Imagine a world where judges' past decisions dictate how new cases are decided. Now, contrast that with a system where laws are neatly written and codified. Curious, right? Let's dive into the fascinating world of legal systems, specifically the common law and civil law systems, and understand their differences. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are exploring the intriguing distinctions between the common law and civil law systems. These two legal frameworks shape justice around the world in dramatically different ways. If you ever wondered why courts in India follow precedents while others don't, this video is for you. Let's unpack these concepts in simple terms that anyone can understand. What is common law? Before we dive into how common law works, let's briefly define it. Common law is a legal system where past judicial decisions set precedents for future cases. It originated in England and is followed in countries like United States, India and Australia. Judges play a crucial role here. Their interpretation often becomes law themselves. For example, in India, the landmark case of Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala established the basic structure doctrine which limits Parliament's power to amend the constitution. This doctrine is still referred to in courts today. What is civil law? Now let's understand what civil law is all about. Civil law, on the other hand, relies heavily on written statutes and codes. Originating from Roman law, it is the primary legal system in countries like France, Germany and Japan. Here, the judge's role is limited to applying the law, not creating it. For example, the French Civil Code of 1804 serves as a foundational document for many civil law systems, outlining everything from property rights to family law. Let's summarize the main distinctions before diving deeper into each point. First, source of law. Common law is judge-made, while civil law is codified. 2. Role of judges. Judges in common law interpret and create precedents. In civil law, they apply existing statutes. 3. Flexibility. Common law evolves case by case. Civil law remains rigid and systematic. 4. Legal education. Common law emphasizes case studies. Civil law focuses on theoretical knowledge. Let's now examine these differences one by one. First, source of law. In common law systems, the primary source of law is judicial rulings. For instance, in Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India, the Supreme Court expanded the interpretation of Article 21 to include the right to life and personal liberty. Conversely, civil law systems rely on comprehensive codes. For example, the Indian Contract Act of 1872, which borrows heavily from the civil law principles, is a statute that governs contracts in India. 2. Role of judges. Judges in common law systems like India act as interpreters and creators of law. In Vishaga versus State of Rajasthan, the judiciary created guidelines for preventing workplace harassment in the absence of legislation. In civil law systems, judges stick to the book. They interpret and enforce laws as they are written, leaving no room for judicial creativity. 3. Flexibility. Common law adapts to new societal needs. For example, evolving judgments on environmental laws in India reflect this dynamism. Civil law, however, is structured. Any changes require legislative amendments which can take years. 4. Legal education and practice. In common law countries, law schools emphasize on case laws and moot courts. Civil law systems prioritize theoretical understanding and codified rules. What to do if your rights are violated? Here's a practical guide for you. First, understand your legal system. Know whether your country follows common law or civil law. Second, seek legal advice. Contact your lawyer who understands your local legal framework. 3. File a case. In common law systems like India, precedents can be your ally. Cite past judgments to strengthen your case. 4. appeal if necessary. Both systems have appellate procedures. Use them to ensure justice. Let's look at some recent developments. First, common law update. In 2023, the Indian Supreme Court reaffirmed the right to privacy as a fundamental right in Puttaswamy versus Union of India. 2. Civil law influence. The European Union introduced stricter data protection laws under the GDPR, which serves as a model for codified laws worldwide. Let's wrap up with a quick summary. First, common law relies on judicial precedents, while civil law depends on written codes. 2. Judges in common law systems interpret laws. In civil law systems, they apply them. 3. Common law evolves with time. Civil law remains structured. 4. Both systems have unique strengths and challenges. Remember, understanding your legal system empowers you to defend your rights. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for legal insights explained in simple terms. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.